All right, so now we got the Canin R8. The Canin Great R8. This is an awesome camera. I've got enhanced image stabilization on right now. It's a 24mm lens. This is a stock kit lens. I do not have my microphone, my external microphone, so we'll see how it sounds without the external microphone. I did buy a Rode microphone. It's super light, by the way, and the way it's made, you can't break. You know, the way it's made, you know, yeah. Anyways, it's a really cool microphone. It's $100, and people in the Philippines, that's about 5,000 pesos just for the microphone. But anyways, it's a freaking awesome microphone, man. But I'm trying this camera right now. Stock volume with the front, or it's a surround sound. I don't have it I don't know if it's directional, honestly, but I don't have it set on any direction. This is straight factory setting. And by the way, you can see it's snowing. So I've got a XM5 Fuji, which honestly is maybe it's about the same weight-ish. It's close to this. This is a small camera. The R8 is small. I've got a Nikon Z50 Mark II with the lens on it because it's a APS-C lens. It's probably about the same weight. The camera itself is actually heavier. But I love this Canin, man. I was looking at the video of the color because the color is exactly what you see with your eye. I mean, this is true to life color. It really is. Like, of course, I don't have. This is set on faithful right now, so I don't know if there's a standard, but on faithful, I mean, it's just exactly. I mean, even looking at the screen here is the same as looking right down at the colors. It's just so perfect. So, and I'm not bright red. I mean, this is such an awesome camera. I'm so glad. You know, I almost bought this. I bought the Nikon Z50 Mark II because, well, it was a little cheaper. And I actually bought it with two lenses. So I bought the kit. So I think it was about the same price with two lenses as this is with one lens. Maybe it's even a little cheaper than that. But that's why I bought it. And I'm happy with it. But if I'm not in, you know, if it's winter time or if you're overseas, it's dark so early, you know, so I wanted a full frame. Well, I have a full frame. It's a Lumix S5 Mark II. Freaking awesome camera. In fact, that thing's so bright that the moonlight, you can shoot in total pitch darkness except for if you have a full moon. If you have a full moon with the Lumix S5 Mark II, I haven't tried this one. I'm going to assume it's the same. That's why I got this one. But that full frame sensor makes it where I can see me just in the moonlight, shining on my face. I mean, you can see me very well. I can't even imagine what it'd be like if you had medium format. I mean, what would that sensor do? It'd make it look like daytime when it's nighttime. I mean, it'd be like infrared or whatever. But this thing is, I mean, it's better than your eyes. You know, even the Nikon, the camera, I mean, you can see better. The camera sees more than you can see. So I'm assuming, because I haven't been out here in the full moon yet, I just got this very recently. But this thing should be like night vision, you know? But when you're shooting a lot of your a lot of your videos for yourself, for your family, for memories, whatever, you know. And if you're in a place where it gets dark early, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on in other countries. We don't know, man, because we're in the USA. You got malls, I mean, but in a lot of these countries, other countries, it's in these tropical countries. Let me tell you, at nighttime, it's rocking, you know. Yeah, it's rocking. There's people out and about way up into the night. So that's why I wanted a full frame. And then since I've already got a heavy full frame, I never ever bring it because it's so heavy for just, you know, like vlog like this. I want to vlog. But I could turn the camera, you know, when you're shooting other things, the heavy camera, you don't pay attention to it. You can put well, anyways, you don't notice it as much. But when you're vlogging, man, you notice the weight of the camera. I've got a Ricoh GR3, and that thing is teeny tiny, and it's freaking awesome. Video, everybody's like, oh, it's whatever, I don't even count the video. Dude, count the video. I've got it right here. Look how tiny that is. But also, considering I got a full frame interchangeable lens camera in my left hand, the R8 Canon, I mean, it's light. I'm holding it up in the air. I've been holding it the whole time. This little Ricoh's freaking awesome. My XM5's heavier, but it's interchangeable lens. It's awesome. I got a Canon V1. Wow, it's awesome. It's bigger than I expected. I didn't know the size of it, but it's light enough. It can't overheat because it's got vents everywhere. It's got a micro 4/3 sensor, but wider. So it's like micro 4, a little bigger than micro 4/3. It says 1-inch sensor. I don't know why they say that, but it's actually the same size as micro 4/3 from everything I can find out about it. But it's a wider version. So, and it's an awesome freaking camera, but it's a fixed lens. So if you want a interchangeable lens camera, this thing has the same exact sensor and technology and a processor as the, let's see, the R6 II and the R3. I mean, this thing's packed. It doesn't have IBIS. That's okay, because IBIS, this is on digital enhanced stabilization, and I'm bouncing around all over the place. I can watch my hand. I'm looking at the camera. It's jerking back and forth because my hand's holding it. I don't even have a tripod underneath it, you know, but hopefully it's pretty stable. If you watched it, it's literally doing this, pulsing and moving and jerking back and forth. So I don't know what it looks like. I'll find out when I get, you know, when I look at it. Let's see, the XM5, I like it except for it's got a joystick in the back. I don't like the joystick because it's right, I hit it all the time. As I'm holding the camera to vlog, I hit it. So I had to learn how to hold the camera where I don't hit that joystick. It's frustrating. But anyways, you just learn it and it's okay. So, you know, like I just did a review on it, walking around, and I said to people, just learn your camera. You know, go on YouTube or online and learn your settings. Learn this thing. If you have one camera, I have many cameras. But if you have one camera, you should make yourself a pro. Make yourself a pro with that one camera or two. You know, learn it. And if they're both the same, like my V1 is Canon, this is Canon, you know, if you stick with the same company, you know, that's cool, but you don't have to do that, man. You'll get eye-hand coordination, muscle memory, whatever you want to call it. You know, it's okay. So if you had the GR3 and this R8, you know, that's perfect setup, man. One's super tiny, one's a little bigger, but it's interchangeable lens, and that's what I wanted. You know, because if I want to get out here, reach way out there. The Nikon, it's APS-C. Like the XM5, you can put a zoom lens on that thing and you can reach out there and I mean, you can get, I've got some really good stuff with birds and ducks and geese flying way out there. And they're all good. All these cameras are freaking awesome, man. This one here, I guess, in my honest opinion, and I'm not trying to, you know, knock no other brands, because they're all good. They all got excellent autofocus. They're all got good, at least good autofocus, you know, very good. So I started doing this stuff, these interchangeable lens cameras, these mirrorless cameras back in 2012. This is 2026, and this Canon is amazing. I mean, I'm gonna go find out in a minute, but that thing locks right on you. It does not falter, but if it does, it's okay. It's just me. You know, I got one camera, it bounces around a little bit. It's, you know, it might get a little bit behind me and it might get my eyes. But man, this thing, not this thing here locks on like it's a radar. You know, it sticks, as I say, it sticks like Velcro. So this, I like them all though. I like them all, man. They're all awesome. I would suggest whatever camera that you like, you know, whatever. Just learn it. That's the big thing, man. It ain't, you know, this one here, see, my eyesight is not what it used to be. So I wanted something with really good autofocus. So I've had Sony's. At one time, it was the best autofocus was a Sony. But I'll be honest with you, man, the best autofocus I've ever had on any camera is this Canon right here. The V1, I haven't used it enough to know if that autofocus is as Velcro sticking as this thing. But this thing's unbelievable. And it's getting darker, you know, this is late evening. It's gonna be dark here soon. And I think it's bright. You know, and I haven't touched anything. It's totally on auto. And I'm bouncing around now, so I don't know if this digital and stabilization's working very good. But I've also got the enhanced on. But I'm really bouncing around. I'm walking down a hill. It's snowy, it's wet, and I'm bouncing around. But you can see the snow in the trees, isn't it pretty? Oh my goodness, man, so beautiful. But yeah, the Canon is amazing. My Fuji is amazing. My Nikon is amazing. My Ricoh is amazing. I love all of them. But yeah, they all got their different purpose. So you just need to get what you're comfortable with. I will say this, however, I will tell you this, man. I'm not going to compare it to the Nikon because I like the menu on it, but the Canon, and this is the truth, the Canon menu system is very much the easiest menu system to use. But they're all pretty good. None of them's that bad. But the Canon's it really is easy. It's the simplest menu system I've used of all my cameras. The hardest one was my Lumix. But then again, there's so much stuff on that Lumix, you know, because it's set up strictly for video. It takes great pictures too, but I mean, it's really, really video centric. I mean, that thing is meant for video. So if you got weddings and stuff, I would do this. I would use this R8 for weddings. I would use this for anything. But the Lumix, it's specifically set up for video. So, but then again, it's hard to navigate, man. So if you're wanting a nice full frame camera that you can use professionally, and there's a lot of YouTubers that say that they use this camera for weddings, commercial work. I mean, come on, man, just go back to when I got my first Olympus cameras. I still have them, by the way. They still work fine. Two of them. The EM5, OMD EM5 and OMD EM EPL5, that's what it is. And they're micro four thirds, 16 megapixels, and they're great video. I have a Panasonic GX, I think it's a GX85. Now, It's great video, but I hated that camera. That had the worst menu, and that was the worst setup camera I've ever owned, man. I hated it worse than my Sonys that I had, that had their menus sucked. But that Panasonic GX85, man, it was horrible. I messed up so much video with that. And I was on a vacation, both in Japan and the Philippines, man. I took it. But it's good video if you got it to work right. If you didn't mess with anything, if you got lucky, man. It was freaking nice video. And it's micro four thirds. But the Olympuses were so much easier. Menu systems, man, they were freaking much easier. But they didn't have, you know, they weren't the level of 4K and what was it called? Pre-focus 4K. I mean, I forgot even what it was. I've actually lost that camera. I do not know where it's at. But I will say this, I do not miss it. So far, man, my Lumix has been the worst menu systems next to the Sonys of any camera. Now the new Sonys might be good, I don't know. But these Canons, you're not gonna beat the Canon. Menu system, you're not gonna get easier than this. So if you're somebody that's just wants a simple camera to use, the easiest one is gonna be the Canon. You know, there's no close second, man. It's the Canon. My next favorite, as far as the menu system go, would be my Nikon. And it's also good, but once you learn it, it's good to go. You know, you just have to learn it, man. But if you want a hard learning curve, you know, the Panasonics probably and the Sonys is the ones, at least the Sonys I've had, is the ones to stay away from. And if you want the easiest camera to use, this is the easiest camera I've ever used, but my V1 it's the same exact menu, man. And I got an R50 that I had. It was the same exact menu, and they're just easy. So yeah, I got used to them, but they're so easy to learn, you know, it's like. But anyways, man, I don't know how the video is on this thing. I ain't much to look at, but you got some snow, you got some grass, you got some tree branches, you got the road. I mean, look at the colors, man. These are the freaking colors, dude. When I look in the monitor, I mean, this is what you see, and this is so good. And I'm not all red. I don't look like a tomato, so that makes me happy. But anyways, get you a camera. Enjoy your life. Cameras are expensive, nice ones, but they're not that bad, man. You want to know what's expensive? Like I said on my other video, my Fuji video, I'll tell you what's expensive. Freaking rent, dude. In 1 month of rent, most people could buy a nice camera. Just 4 weeks. In 4 weeks period of time, your rent will and that you're just sleeping, taking a shower, and getting a bite to eat. Maybe watching some TV, a game or whatever. I mean, 4 weeks, man, you could buy a nice camera. That's how ridiculous rent is. But get you a camera, save up, get you a camera, you can buy a used one, it's okay, it's no problem. I bought all mine new, but if you know what you want and you get a good used one, you know, there's just no guarantee. I will tell you this too. When I got my Nikon, I bought a aftermarket, you know, lens. I think it was Viltrox, but anyways, I dropped this thing off the top of the refrigerator. That's approximately 6 foot, and I had a lens cap just like I do now, because I don't trust me. And you know that degrades, I think, a little bit your picture quality. I don't care, man. But anyways, I dropped that Viltrox, I think it was 27mm lens. It was autofocus and everything. It landed straight down on the front of the lens with no cover or anything. It hit tile floor, and that lens still worked. It disintegrated this cover. I put the ring back on. I took all the glass that was still stuck in the ring. I knocked it out. I put the ring back on just to give me a little extra, you know, protection if I bump up against something. But I'll tell you what, man, that particular lens is kind of indestructible. That went on my Nikon. But anyways, get you a camera, learn it, go on these videos and go to the settings. If you screw up and you don't like it, guess what? Go in your menu, go back to factory reset or default reset and reset it and try over, you know? Maybe take some of those settings you learned from somebody. I've done it twice. My Ricoh, I watched this guy's settings and then another guy's settings, and I started applying them, and they don't all work together, you know? Some guys' settings kind of suck, and you don't know who sucks until you try it. But if they suck, like mine did on this Ricoh, I was frustrated. I couldn't even get it to focus. I was like, I don't know what I've done now. So I just went in the menu, went back to factory reset. That thing's freaking awesome now. It's back the way that they designed it. And I'm sure I'll go back in there and make a few tweaks, a few adjustments in the menu system. But I'm not going to do like I did before and change every single setting on 2 or 3 different people's advice, you know. So that's my suggestion, man. Start slow. When you make a setting, pay attention. I just followed along, and I went to another person's video. I followed along. I went to a lady's video. I followed right along and some of them I redid the ones that the last person told me. But anyways, I messed it up, and I said no. I went back to zero, ground zero, factory settings, factory default settings, and instantly the camera was very good. So I'll try one at a time. One setting, I like it or I don't. I'm gonna try it for a while. If I like it, I'll leave it. But you can't just set it and then go out here and run around and think, okay, I got it now. And then you don't even know what you did. You've forgot everything you've set, so you can't undo it. So, but always remember that, man. If you go through here and watch these videos, it's snowing pretty hard now. But if you watch these videos, just remember you can go back to factory default. It's okay, you don't have to freak out, it's not a big deal. But get you a camera, man, and be thankful. Be thankful you woke up today and you got a hobby. You know, photography. And yeah, you can use your smartphone. And on my smartphone, I guess I won't tell you the brand, but on my smartphone, I'm orange. And now other people's orange. And I'm like, well, what? These things are, and it's a nice, expensive smartphone. I spent as much on the smartphone, more than half than what my camera is. One of my cameras, yeah. Yeah. But I love the camera, man. So yeah, I got a smartphone. It's pretty stable. By the way, since we're talking about stable, really, I've got a GoPro, and that thing is, I've got a GoPro 12 and a GoPro 11. And I will tell you this, man, those things are awesome. Even the pictures are good. And it's got a small sensor. Probably the size of a cell phone sensor, I don't know. But I really like the GoPro. But I really like to have a camera, man. Just like this here, this mirrorless camera. I like to have control over some of these dials. Yeah, so the GoPro, you don't have all that. You have some control, but not much. But I was surprised with the GoPro. But anyways, yeah, save you some money, get you a camera, enjoy life. Thank God you woke up when you wake up every day. Be thankful, man. Don't blow all your time scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and filling your mind up with nothing that you're never gonna remember. Get out here and do something, man. Make some art, you know. Yeah, do something. Get your camera or some kind of hobby, you know. But the camera's awesome, man. That's my favorite. This is motorcycles. Yeah. Anyways, and go on some adventures. When you get a camera, don't just set it at the house. Make a plan and go someplace. Travel to another country. Travel to another state. Travel to another city. Take pictures of people, man. Street photography is freaking awesome. Don't be bashful, don't be shy, just do it, man. I guess if you're bashful, get you a zoom lens, you know. More than 50 millimeters, I don't know. You can be across the street, take pictures across the street, but I don't worry about it, man. I just do it, man. You know. But anyways, enjoy your life. You know, this life is so unpredictable. We don't know. You know? A lot of people I've known have already passed on. They've never seen my age. My best friend died. He was like 12 or 13 years younger than me. You know, he got sick and then he died. I wasn't even here when he passed away. I was in another country. Yeah, how sad is that, man? My best friend in the whole world. But anyways, but we don't know, you know. He was healthy as a horse, as they say. Next thing I know, and I'm way older, he's gone, I'm here. So I thank God every day I wake up, man. I'm so happy that I just got to wake up. So thankful. Anyways, till next time. And in the Philippines they say, okay, kayo. Okay, kayo. Yeah, look that up. See what that means. But enjoy your life. See you next time.